What is up, guys? Today we have the Wybot L1 robotic pool cleaner here, and this is a high-end premium cleaner at a very good price tag. Hey guys, before we actually get into this review, I want to mention that Wybot actually sent this cleaner to me for free. Yes, I agreed to it, but only if I can include features that I like and features that I don't like, if any. So keep that in mind, but I hope this review actually helps. So this Wybot L1 here, it's actually listed as Wybot's high-end premium pool cleaner. And I have to be honest with you, using this a few times now, I can honestly say that this really is a premium high-end cleaner, but at a very low-end price. Yes, not a premium price tag at all, which is quite shocking. This L1 right now is hands down the best value premium high-end cleaner on the market right now, at least in my opinion. And I'll tell you why. So anytime I get a new cleaner, I always compare it to a cleaner that I've used in the past that does really well. In my mind, when I think of this robot and other cleaners, I compare it to the Dolphin Nautilus CC Plus and the Dolphin Nautilus CC Pro. Those are very good cleaners. Both of them are my favorite types of cleaners for their price range. The Nautilus CC Plus is a very good value pool cleaner that does a lot of the work for you in the pool. It is no wonder why it is Dolphin's best-selling pool robot. On the other hand, you have the CC Pro, which is a step above the CC Plus, where you get enhanced waterline cleaning and smart access. Yes, you get an online app and Wi-Fi and be able to control it through an app. So that's awesome. Two of my favorite cleaners. Now, the CC Plus comes in at about $800, $850. The CC Pro comes in about $1,100. This cleaner right here, this Wybot L1, is a really great value because this comes in at just under $900. Yes, it does everything the CC Plus does and then some. It does everything the CC Pro does, but at a lower price point. This is a very impressive cleaner for the price. So let's talk about this Wybot L1 here. What makes this such a good choice aside from the price of this? Well, first off, it's actually designed for pools up to 50 feet, so you can use them in some pretty big pools. So this is an actual corded cleaner here. You plug it into the wall and turn it on and you're able to run it as long as you have power. Awesome. This is an actual anti-tangle cord as well, which is really nice. There is no physical swivel, which I'm used to seeing, but I put this in the pool a number of times and it hasn't gotten tangled once. So awesome, that works. Physically, it's got a really nice look to it. It feels nice and solid. It doesn't feel flimsy at all. It really does feel like a premium high-end cleaner, which I love. It is actually a bit bigger than I expected it to be. I thought it would be the size of the CC Plus, but physically it weighs in at about 23 pounds. So it is still lightweight considering all the features that it has. Traditionally, the more features that you have in a cleaner, the more it weighs. At 23 pounds, this packs a lot of features for the weight. Awesome. Right at the top right here, you have that easy grip handle right here, and it's actually rubberized, so it's easier to grip and won't slip. At the bottom right here, you can actually see the actual Trax Caterpillar style wheels right there, and those actually work better to help climb really steep walls. Let me actually flip this upside down right here and show you. This actually has two sets of scrubbers here, yes, on the front and the back. More than enough power to knock away all sorts of debris into your actual inlet. And this is a big, big inlet. The bigger an inlet is, the more larger debris it can actually suck up. So that's awesome. Let me actually flip this around right here. And I want to talk about this here. This is actually really great. This is an easy access top loading debris basket here. Yes, there's a little notch right here that you actually push in just like this, and then you pull this top lid up like that here, and you're able to review your debris basket right here. This is a 6-liter fine debris basket here, more than enough size to capture a ton of debris before you actually have to empty it out. Now, a fine filter like this works for 90% of pool owners. It cleans up your leaves, your twigs, your branches, small, medium, and large size debris, your rocks. It'll pick that up just fine. But if you get a lot of smaller particles, ultra fine particles, if you get green dead algae in your pool, if you get a lot of sticky white filmy stuff in your pool that you can't actually see but you can really touch it and feel it, if you get cloudy and milky water in your pool, then yes, you will need an ultra fine filter. But the great thing about this right here is it not only has a fine filter basket, but right back here you can actually see there is a ultra fine cartridge right here. Let me pop this out here and show you. Yes, it includes an ultra fine filter here. This is really awesome here. It's 2 baskets in one here, and this goes right in the back right over here to be placed right underneath the actual basket, right down at the bottom here. You have to actually tuck it down into it in the back here, and this filters it out before it reaches the actual basket right here. So that's awesome. It includes an ultra fine filter set. two sets here. Your fine filter in the front and your ultra fine filter to filter it out in the back. Awesome. So let's actually talk about the L1. What's on the inside of this machine? Well, first off, it has 3 brushless motors. Yes, 3 of them means it's actually quite powerful, but it's energy efficient, so it saves you a bit of money in the long run. Also inside of this is the fact that it has a gyroscope inside. So whenever it's in the pool, if it looks like it's about to flip over, it's able to balance it itself out and stabilize it and keep it from falling over. So you don't have a pool cleaner that's tipped over in your actual pool. One of the best features about this is the fact that it has upgraded smart navigation with a preset pattern. Yes, it uses ultrasonic sensors to avoid all sorts of obstacles in your pool, but at the same time, it's able to move in a preset pattern. All of that combined basically means that you can put this cleaner in the pool, it'll immediately jump out and start cleaning your pool, as opposed to traditional smart navigation cleaners that take a moment, that will scan and map your pool and just take its time at the very start. This will start from very beginning in that preset pattern, but if it senses an object, if it senses a pole or senses a ladder in your pool, it'll be able to actually clean around it and to move around it. It won't get stuck, which is really great. So in order to turn the L1 on, you have 2 options. First off, you have the actual control head unit right here, and this is actually very simple and easy to use. This big power button right here at the very bottom, you have your actual cleaning modes. You have floors, walls, and your floors and walls, and then at the top here you have a timer, basically to clean it for 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours long. So that's awesome. Very simple, easy to use head unit here. Now, in addition to this right here, you have the option to actually use an online app. Yes, you have smart features with this here, and that online app is actually very simple to use. With that online app, you'll be able to do a number of things. You get the temperature in your pool. You'll be able to control your actual cleaner in the pool with a remote control. Yes, which is really cool. Basically, if you actually want to clean certain parts of your pool, you can do that with the remote control. It's really awesome. I want to point this out here. This cleaner right here, it advertises itself as 95% pool coverage. Yes, it says 95%. Unlike other cleaners that say they cover 100% of the pool, this one literally states that it cleans 95% of your pool. I really do love the fact that it doesn't say 100%. So that 5% of the time, you can use that app to basically control your robot to go clean that area of your pool. So that's really great. At least they say 95% and not 100% like every other cleaner on the market, which no cleaner on the market right now, at least in my experience, has ever cleaned 100% of the entire pool. At least these guys keep it real at 95%. On that actual app, you'll also be able to select the cleaning modes, the cleaning cycles, set a weekly timer as well. So keep that in mind. Really simple, easy to use app. I'll actually go ahead and show you how to use that right here. Okay guys, so here is the Wybot app here for the L1. I added it to the actual app here. It's very easy to use. Over in the top corner here, you can see the slider right here. The moment you pull it up, which is really nice, means that it will actually tell the cleaner to get out of the pool. It's a retrieval system to climb up the water line to you so you can pull it out of the pool. Great feature there. Over here at the middle bottom right here, you have your cleaning time cycles here. You can actually swap between 1 and 3 hours. Awesome. To the right of that, it says delay start, and this is a really cool feature. You can actually pull the slider all the way to 24 hours before it actually starts. So that's great. If you leave it in the pool and you don't want it to start until a few hours later, you can do that as well. Underneath clean time here, you see the remote control here, and this is great because you can actually control it physically with the remote here. Move it in any direction and actually spot clean sections. If it misses a section, you can actually clean it with this remote control. Great. And to the right of remote control, you have the weekly cleaning option here. And this is great because unlike other apps, which have a preset pattern once, twice, 3 times a week, this one you can actually select specific days to turn on and off at a certain time during a specific day of the week. It's always a preset pattern, so that's great. Finally, at the bottom of this, you have your cleaning modes here. You have your floors, your walls, and your standard mode at the bottom here. Standard mode is basically your floors and walls. Most of the time, you'll probably use that, but you can target other areas that you like if you want to focus specifically on that. Now, let's go to expert mode here at the bottom right here. This is actually really cool. I've never actually seen an app be able to change the patterns that it cleans in. And these preset patterns are really awesome here. You have your floor mode where you can actually choose any pattern you like. I actually like the S pattern right here. And the wall mode, which you can choose any pattern you like to as it moves along the walls, including your water line here. So this is a really cool feature. Overall, this is actually a very simple and easy to use app. Now, I said a lot of good things about this L1 here. The price is on point. It is actually a really great value for being a premium robotic pool cleaner. What are some of the downsides? Well, first off, the app. I had a few issues using the app here. When I tried to get it to do things, it was a bit laggy when I used the remote control to tell it to go right, left. Sometimes it wouldn't go to the right, sometimes it would go to the right, but when I push the left button, and sometimes it just wouldn't work at all. The app is really reliant on Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and if you don't connect well enough, it'll basically lose its effect and you won't be able to use the app. You want to actually keep in mind the distance from your cleaner to the Wi-Fi in your home. Basically, if you're too far away, this app won't work well at all. Now, even without that app, I do want to mention it's still a really great price because it's still a premium robotic pool cleaner and it's still less expensive than other premium robotic pool cleaners. So I talked a lot about this Wybot L1 here. Let's finally put it inside the pool and I'll show you how well this actually works. All right, guys, so take a look at the L1. Climb up my water line right there. No issues at all climbing these very steep walls. It's about 5 foot tall up here and it's able to climb all the way up to the water line and scrub it. So that's awesome. All right, guys, so here's a look at it going over my main drain right there. It goes over my main drain right there, and you can see it goes right over it. So that's awesome. Doesn't actually get stuck on the main drain here. Now, that's just one instance here. I've actually seen it kind of get stuck sometimes on the main drain. Sometimes it'll go right over it, sometimes it'll get stuck, but it's able to get itself out. Okay guys, so take a look at the Wybot, the L1 here on the pool. You can see right under it, that's my main drain right there, and it just pretty much gets itself off of the main drain. Sometimes I've noticed here that it will get stuck on these main drains right here, but it's able to actually get itself off, which is a big plus because a lot of these cleaners will get stuck on that main drain and I'll have to knock it loose with an actual pole. This one is able to get off of it, so that's a big plus. This is just the L1 moving around the floors of my pool here. Over here, I have a wall that's 5 feet tall, and it won't actually go up my wall in this mode. In floor mode, it'll only focus on the floor, so try to go up and then stop and then back itself out. It just focuses on the actual floors of my pool here. It won't go up the actual ledge at all over there, and it won't actually go up the steps in this mode right here. So remember that. Floor mode focuses just on the floors of the pool. There's another look of it climbing up my tanning ledge right here. Goes over it, no issues. Very, very steep ledge. And there it goes, going towards my actual wall right here. And right there, you can see it hit the water line all the way up here, 5 feet tall. You can really see that outlet right there kick in. Now it's really kicking in because it's trying to back out of the actual tanning ledge right here. There's less water up here. That's why there's so much water up here that you can see the jet actually push it. And it kind of backs up like this, like it's going to tip over. But remember, it has a gyroscope, so it won't actually fall backwards. There it goes. It's able to get down just like that. It's actually moving backwards right over there off of my actual tanning ledge right there. Alright guys, so take a look at the L1 right here. I have it in the pool on wall climbing mode here, and it's moving in a pattern along the walls here. I have a 5 foot tall wall right here, and it'll be able to climb all the way up my wall, my 5 foot tall wall, to the water line right here. Just pay attention here. Here it comes. Right there, and it's scrubbing the water line right now as well, so that's awesome. Able to easily reach the water line and scrub it. Okay guys, so I'm actually on wall climbing mode right now, and what I've noticed is that when it's in this mode right here, when it hits a corner, if it's not at the right spot and it's supposed to turn over to this side of the wall right here, it'll actually get stuck in the same repetitive motion going up the same wall. I've been standing here for a while, basically 5-6 runs up the wall, and it's the same spot. It's not able to sense this wall right here in between to make the switch over. And this is in wall climbing mode, so it's trying to focus just on the walls here. Now, if it's in a different mode, for example, if it's in wall and floor mode, it should be able to get out of that corner here. But it's kind of unfortunate right here where I'm trying to get it to switch over the walls in wall climbing mode, but it's having a hard time sensing this distance right here. So it keeps going in the exact same spot and cleaning just this wall right here and not able to switch over. If you find this happening on your cleaner, what you want to do is actually switch it to just the standard mode where it focuses on the walls and the floors of the pool, and it should be able to get out of that actual corner right here. So now I've actually switched it to the standard mode where it focuses on the walls and the floors, and you can probably see the difference here where it's able to actually get out of this corner right here. First, it's climbing up this corner that it's been stuck on this whole time, and it should be able to back down and move along the floors instead of going along that same pattern and getting stuck on this side of the wall. And you can see right off the bat, instead of it going back in that repetitive motion, it's moving along the floors right now. All right, guys, take a look at the L1 in the pool. I have a very steep tanning ledge right there. Basically, it goes straight up. And if you take a look at the actual L1 here, it will actually climb up my tanning ledge right there. Awesome. A lot of these cleaners won't actually make it up to the tanning ledge. This one does make it to the tanning ledge, which is great. And you can see right there, it's going up to my water line as well. And look at that. It's able to scrub the water line right there. So that's great. This L1 is able to reach my tanning ledge and scrub it and reach the water line above my tanning ledge. Alright guys, so there's the L1 in the actual pool here. It's actually reaching my very steep tanning ledge right over here. This is a ledge that goes straight up, and look at it climb up my tanning ledge right there. Awesome. It's going to go up more, and it'll actually hit the water line over there as well. See that? Up my very steep tanning ledge right there. And right there, you can see, it's actually on the water line. So that's great. It's able to reach this very small, steep step right here. You can see that? And it's just scrubbing the actual water line right there. That's actually pretty awesome. A lot of cleaners won't make it all the way up this ledge right here. This one does. You can see it kind of flip backwards there, but it won't flip over because that gyroscope built in, it will not tip over. So that's great. Okay guys, so I want to point something out here. This little step right here is very, very shallow. Basically, it's only about maybe 6 inches of water, and the cleaner won't actually go up above this. None of these cleaners will make it above this. I don't actually expect it to. It's too shallow, but it doesn't get stuck, and you can actually pay attention to the cleaner kind of bounce back and forth, and that's the gyroscope kicking in. You see that? It won't actually flip over because there's that gyroscope keeping it from falling backwards, so that's actually really great. Just watch it here. It should be able to get itself off of this actual step right here. It's backing up now and moving along my tanning ledge. And you see all that water shooting out? It's because of this ledge. It's more shallow than at the floor, at the base on the actual pool there. And there it goes back down. So that's great. It's able to actually reach my tanning ledge right over here, scrub it, and clean it all up. But it won't reach that because it's too shallow. So keep that in mind. So I stopped the Wybot L1 here. I just want to show you the app here and the easy retrieval process. Let me go ahead and slide this up. And I'm telling it now to get out of the pool. So basically it'll climb up the nearest wall. So it's going straight up right now. It's heading over to this corner right over here. I can see it now. Got my wall up here, and it should climb all the way up here. And you'll notice that the little status indicators, the LED lights, are yellow right now. That means it's in retrieval phase. All the way up here for me to basically grab it just like this and to take it out of the pool. Awesome. Okay guys, I have the L1 out of the pool now. I want to show you the debris basket here. Now keep in mind my pool was actually pretty clean to start with, or so I thought. So I'm going to unlatch this right here, pop this lid open just like this, and take this basket piece out right here, and just take a look at this here. I can actually see now I have worms right here in the actual pool here. Wow, Didn't even see that. I thought my pool was actually pretty clean, but apparently not. But you can see there's leaves in here too. And you can see the fine, smaller debris right here. You can actually see right down here, there's a lot of sand and small, finer debris right there as well. And take a look right here. That filter is actually a lot browner now. It's because it's been filtering out through the actual basket in the pool. So that's actually great. Definitely a really nice combination of both these actual filters here. Here is a quick look at the Wybot L1 in the pool here. Take notice of my main drains. You can see the L1 actually gets stuck on this one right here, but it's able to get out of it, which is very important. Sometimes it gets stuck on the main drain and gets out. Sometimes it goes right over and glides quickly over. I don't understand it, but that's how it does. Now, you can see it's in floor mode, so it only cleans the floors of the pool. It will not actually climb walls or steps in this mode right here. So keep that in mind. In floor mode, focuses only on the pool, so it's actually really nice to focus on just the floors if you have a really dirty floor. Okay guys, I'm switching the L1 over to wall cleaning mode, and you can see right off the bat it climbs up my wall and scrubs the waterline right there, but I'm actually very impressed with how well it actually climbs up my tanning ledge. Look at that. It goes right up there, and it's a very steep tanning ledge. I'm actually quite impressed with the amount of power it has to be able to climb up this tanning ledge, because to be honest, a lot of cleaners won't climb up this tanning ledge. This one does it really easily. Now, one thing I want to point out about this is that when it climbs up my tanning ledge right here, it's more shallow at the top here. So you can see all that water kind of push out of the outlet here. It's not a problem at all. It's not squirting everywhere or anything like that. And it's able to keep itself up. It's not going to tip over either, because remember, inside there's a gyroscope. So it keeps it from basically tipping over. So this works really well. It's able to climb up my tanning ledge and scrub up here as well. Awesome. So you guys can see that the Wybot L1 here is actually a really great cleaner. It works really well in the pool. If you're in a market for a premium high-end cleaner, but you don't want to pay a very high price, this is definitely a really good choice. It'll clean the floors of your pool, the walls of your pool, and the water line of your pool. It'll do that with an ultra-fine filter and smart options. Yes, you'll be able to control it with Wi-Fi and the internet, and you get all sorts of nice bells and whistles with that. This L1 here is definitely a really good choice. It's a really great value in terms of a premium high-end cleaner. It's definitely a cleaner here I recommend.
We hope this review helps.